Dr. Kitiana Lowe. I'm the Director of Programs and Events here at WBEC ORV, and we are honored to have you all joining us for our newly certified WBE onboarding today. So that means that all of you are newly certified, or maybe you've been with us for a while, but you just got around to taking this webinar. So congratulations to all of you for your certification and for getting it this far. I'm going to introduce our team. I've got a couple slides here. I'm going to introduce Barb, who's our amazing facilitator for the day, and kind of set you up with what to expect, and then she will take things from there for us. So I want to start off by introducing our team to you. We are a mighty team of 8 working diligently, 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, there's 10 on the slide, but that includes our fractional team. So our president and CEO is Dr. Frederica Singletary. Our fractional CFO is Jackie Jordan. Our fractional CHRO is LaCosta Moore. And then our senior director of marketing, communications, and engagement is Courtney Martin. Our director of certification and outreach is Colleen Rudisill, and our certification manager is Robbie Moore. So for those of you who are in Ohio, Kentucky, or West Virginia, I'm sure you're already very familiar with them. Our corporate engagement manager is Devin Davis. Our admin assistant is Morgan McDonald. And then we have a certification specialist that helps out in the contracting team as well, Anita Steele. And so this is the team that makes it all happen in terms of certification, first and foremost, and then as well as our programs, events, and then the support that we give to our corporate side, our corporate members as well. And then I also want to take a moment to shout out and say thank you to our 2026 Champion Circle. So these are WBEs or corporates who have already stepped up and sealed the deal in terms of their corporate sponsorship or WBE sponsorship in supporting WBEC ORV for this year. So if you are a WBEC ORV WBE, so Ohio, Kentucky, or West Virginia, and you don't see your logo on here, I would definitely suggest that you get involved, get connected with Robbie Moore, who's taking care of all of our WBE sponsorship. Sponsorship, as Barb will talk about, but it's a really great way to get connected and to get your business spotlighted in all that we do. And then with that, I would like to introduce you to Barb Smith, president of Journey Steel. I know she already gave herself a brief introduction, but Barb, if you want to give us a full introduction, and then we can take it away from there.
Thank you, Dr. K. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. This is the first one I'm doing this year, and I'm just honored that they invited me back because we're in this together. You guys are gonna have to bear with me. It's already been a fun morning, but I'm Barb Smith, president of Journey Steel. As Dr. K has said, we're a 16 and a half year old. We'll be celebrating 17 years in August this year. Full service, self-performing structural and miscellaneous steel fabrication and erection company. And we added drone technology in 2021. So we also do unmanned systems. I've been certified for, I don't know how long, probably about 14 years. Love it. Love the organization and just excited to be your presenter today. There won't be a survey on me. So you guys can, throw whatever you want to at the screen and all that good stuff. I won't take it personally, and they'll probably still ask me back anyway. So again, congratulations, ladies, on being certified, and you're about to unlock countless resources and networking opportunities. I promise you. So today, as Dr. K has already sort of went the high-level overview, we're going to talk about WBEC. And then we're going to talk about WBEC, the actual network, and then also the core certification, opportunities, resources, and engagements. So we're going to do the mission of WBEC. WBEC basically, and WBEC is the full spectrum. It's not just our regional partners, which we'll get into all of this, but WBEC, the mission of WBEC is to fuel economic growth globally through access to opportunities by identifying, certifying, and facilitating development of women-owned businesses. And again, the core platform is through certification, opportunities, resources, and engagement. There are over 20,000 WBEC certified businesses, of which you now are that. So you have a community of 20,000 individuals that the more you get engaged, that's who's advocating for you. That's who's out there that you can join forces with, do business with. 20,000. It is a powerful group. There are over 500 corporate members, and which again, the 20,000 is us, the certified WBEs. Then there's an additional plus 500 corporate members that you will have access to, be able to, that they have committed to the organization. They believe in women-owned businesses, and they are here to help champion us. There are 14 regional partner organizations. You guys that are part of the ORV, Ohio River Valley, you're in the best one. I'm not just saying that because it is us. We have a powerful RPO, and you will find out the more that you get involved, people will echo that and want to be involved with ORV. But there are 14 regional partner organizations. So for our lovely sister who's already out there in Los Angeles, again, we're all connected because we are 20,000 strong. But there's 14 regional partner organizations, and again, the one national partner organization, which is WBENC. So here's the network. I like visuals. So this is showing you the 14 regional partners that make up the whole network here. So this is color coded. So you can see where you're physically located at. If you have other offices and different things, again, you're not alone. This is just ORV here, which is the best one. Okay. But the other ones still operate together. We support each other. And this is just, like I said, just a map to show you where the regional partners. And now this is a list. You guys will be getting the deck. So Dr. K and the team has made it easy. So if you want to see what's happening out, just let's say in the East, for the WBEC East, again, you can see their websites. You can go to their links, and you're free to participate in other RPOs. We're all in this together. All right, so the brand. WBEC Link 2.0 houses everything that you need to know. It has the brand assets, including the seal, the logo, and the brand guidelines. So being certified, you will now have access to be able to have the certified WBEC Women Business Enterprise and the women owned if you're a product-based service. And so we'll get into that in the next slide that basically shows you how you will be able to utilize and branding your company and your products. So the WBE seal, which basically this is the nonverbal way, put it in your emails, put it on your business card, put it on your proposals. And that way you're basically saying, not only is my company great, but we're certified. We are certified. We're part of this 20,000 network. We're part of the women business enterprise that is making things happening all across the globe. So use your seal on your business card. When you go on the website, the link, you'll be able to download these things and publicize it. And then the woman-owned logo, if you have a product, normally you see these on product, but you can also use it on, like I said, consumer-facing materials, packaging, labels, your marketing, your websites, and different things. So when you see this, so not only can you start using it, but hopefully when you're out and you see this, it gives you a smile like it gives me a smile. This is one of my sisters, and if it's a choice between one or the other, hopefully, branding will make me make and make you make and make someone else make. I'm going to support this for a purpose. So definitely use that. Go out there. And these are, again, you'll get the deck. So as I'm screwing up stuff, you can go back and read yourself and say, well, Barb didn't say that, but I meant to. Okay. So these are the suggested uses again. So with the seal, putting it on your RFPs, your website, your email signature, your business cards, and with the logo, if you're a product-based company, stick it on your product. And hopefully you see in the different stores, you'll see the woman-owned logo around. So these are just visuals, again, on how to use the logo and the seal that are at your disposal. Now, when we talk about the brand, we talk about the do's and the don'ts. There are certain ways that you want to be able to speak. It's WBEC, okay, when we're talking about our national organization is WBEC certified, which lets you know that you are certified nationally. We are WBEs, okay? No apostrophes. We're WBEs when you're speaking of that. And we're the WBEC certification, the WBE seal, women-owned logo, and you refer to the business as certified. We are the sisterhood, but our businesses are certified. It's not us. Barb is not certified. I am one of the sisters, but the business is what's certified. So those are just some do's and don'ts. Trust me, after 14 and a half, 15 years, I still screw up, but they still let me in. So again, nobody's going to flog you or whatever, but just try to make sure you sort of refer to the slide when you're getting used to putting it on things, that you're saying it the right way and presenting it the right way. So I already sort of talked about this again. The WBENC Link 2.0 is fully digitized proprietary database of WBEs and corporates and government members. I'm going to say this now because this was always a question that I had. You will not find a list of every certified business because it changes. It's very large. And you saw the small staff that our ORV has. So you will not find a whole list, but go out there and peruse it. And you have the WBE link, the 2.0 on the 2.0, you have an actual number that I always talk about there. And I'm gonna mess this up, but once you go out there, you're gonna be identified with your 2.0 link. Again, go out there. I don't want to confuse you, but when you're out there and you see a number, when you go to register for different events, that's the number that stays with your company. So just FYI. So make sure that you have access to it. If you don't have the pre-fill, which I do, everything is always pre-filled. I can't tell you what my number is, but I know that WBEC knows my number, ORV knows my number, and somewhere Barb has it written down. Okay. So with all of that, again, WBEC just provides both women business enterprise, the certification, and women-owned small business. Okay, women-owned small business, I was about to gloss over that. The WOSB certification is the federal certification to let you know that you are a women-owned small business on a federal level. It is part of the application. Dr. K will correct me if I mess this up, but normally it's part of your certification and you check the box. If your Nexus code allows you to be woman-owned small business on a federal level, you check the box. It's not, you don't have to do a separate certification unless you did not do it when you did your application. Then you can go out on the SBA site and do the WOSB is sometimes how you'll hear that referred to. And that is the federal certification. When you're getting recertified, yes, you're either newly certified or you're doing this for the first time. Once you're certified, keep your paperwork. Make sure, because when the recertification process comes around, some of the same things will be asked for, or if you find yourself wanting to be certified at other places, that will happen. So make sure you put a calendar reminder on. You want to give it 120 days prior. It takes 30 to 60 days for the processing. So you don't want to wait because your certification will lapse if they're not able to recertify it, before your expiration date. So you want to take the pressure off of the ORV team and you want to take the pressure off of yourself. If anything changes in your organization, don't wait to recertify to your recertification date. Go ahead and let ORV know that, hey, I've had a change in ownership. I've moved physically, just so that you can be prepared. So when you go to recertify, you may have to provide additional documentations and different things to that nature. So mark your recertification. It does get easier. I know if you guys were anything like me, you had to name your dog, what was his collar size, and when did your kid lose his left sock? You needed all that information when you first got certified. The recertification process is a lot easier, but make sure you keep it and keep that, keep all your papers together as your backup. Okay, so WBEC ORV is a standalone 501(c)(3) that serves as one of the 14 regional partner organizations. We have in our ORV sisterhood 1,000 certified WBEs and 70 corporate partners. Remember, there's over 20,000 nationwide. Of that 20,000, we represent about 1,000. And the corporate members that are here in our region, a lot of them are also part of the national, but recognize the fact that here in our region, we have 70 corporate members that, again, what's the significance of that? We want to advocate for each other. The more that people want to do business with who they know, like, and trust. So if there are corporations that you're trying to get in with, We have 70 here at our disposal for our local events and our touch point. And a lot of the times when you go to the national events, it's going to be the same representatives. So the more that you're out there, the more that they see you, the more people are going to do business with who they know, like, and trust. So again, we have a strong RPO, over 1,000 WBEs and over 70 corporate members. And again, the mission of ORV aligns with the national mission that WBEC ORV is leading through an innovative, collaborative, and engaged group of corporates, government, WBEs, and advocates. We are the catalyst for growth and sustainability by adding more corporate partners and WBEs in Ohio, Kentucky, and West Virginia region. And the vision is to be the premier resource for women-owned business development. And we are living up to that. Like I said, we have the best RPO. Next slide. All right. So the certification process tips for annual renewal, I already sort of just did that. So again, this is the visual, collect your documents that are needed, pay your fee. The processing, make sure you're giving them 90 days, hopefully, 60 minimum, but 60 to 90 days to do that. Dr. K, since this is being taped, I'm going to say this now in this slide, that bright green is hard to read if you're over 60, and I am. So you might want to change that color, okay? Then notify, check your email for the system, and get engaged and leverage your engagement. Next slide. So these are some of the resources that, again, already talked about, but the WBEC Link 2.0 is exclusive digital proprietary database for the WB. So you have to be certified to be able to go out there. Please go out there, play with it, get a feel for it, but you will not find a list of WBEs on there. The woman-owned is the campaign bringing consumer recognition to woman-owned businesses and consumer products. So this is a resource that is sponsored by the national. So when we're saying that these are resources, look for the programs and the different things that are out there that align with your company and your goals and what you want to do with your missions. The WBEC program support business development and growth for fuel success. A program is offered for every WBE in business life cycle stage. So again, watch, if you're new, if you have sales that are X number to X number, if you've been in business this many years, if you're product driven, if you want to go global, all of these things are covered. You will find something that aligns with your mission, your vision, or your company within our network. The resources are just phenomenal, and I can't exhaust them. And sometimes there's different stages that you want to go through different things and do the webinars, do the connections. And so the WBEC calendar features upcoming national and regional events. Again, you are part of the 20,000. We are the 1,000 in ORV, but you are open to go to another RPO's event if that sits in with what you have, if you have satellite offices or whatever the case may be. If that's part of your marketing strategy and you want to get into a region, you may want to tap into that RPO. So you want to see the calendar. Our RPO posts, we post what we do in our region, and it gets fed out through the national. And so other RPOs do the same, and you're open to do that. And then Act Intentionally is the campaign that supports corporations that support women-owned businesses. The Act Intentionally is if there's a corporation and they're part of this, they are letting us know that we want to support you. So we hope that, you also support them. So everything that we do, we want to make sure we want to grow our industries. We want to support those that support each other, and we're better together. Now, I've already sort of touched on this. I do get to be a little bit redundant, but again, they keep asking me back. So, I'm gonna get better. I was gonna be better today too, but anyway, I digress. So unlocking countless opportunities. There are professional development, networking, and outreach. We thrive. We ignite. You can read these. I'm not going to read everything here, but the bottom line of these are programs and or webinars. Some are in person, some are online. Look into each and everything, and you will see this on the National's website. check out our website, check out the newsletters, check out the opportunities that subscribing to the newsletter is up there in the corner. If you haven't already done that, make sure you also subscribe to ORV's newsletter as well as the national newsletter. And you will see the dates and times and opportunities that are there. Some of the programs have different criteria, but, and if you don't meet the criteria when you're thinking, I think I want to do this, it shows you the criteria. And so when you do hit that criteria, it may be the time to go ahead and apply for those things. The events and pitches, everyone should be involved with the Pitch Academy. We have to be able to pitch our businesses. The elevator, speech, the elevator pitch, being able just when you introduce yourself, you want to get that so it's second nature, so that whoever you meet, it's flowing off of your tongue, because you never know who's listening, who's in the room. So I want to encourage that one especially. We all need to pitch. It's not a matter about being on the stage, but if you have that opportunity, even if you don't win, you don't know who's in the room. So some of us, which of course it's not me, some of us have a problem. I don't want to get up there and speak in front of people. Yeah, you do, because we're a sisterhood. It's an amazing support. And again, you don't know who's in the room. It's not always about winning. Some of them do have the $25,000 prize attached to them, but it's about us being able to advocate for you. You want someone to be able to advocate for you when you're not even in the room. So the more that you're out there, the more you're talking about your business, the more you get involved with these programming. Again, you're growing your network because it's a sisterhood. And I've attended many of these, and I have sisterhoods that I wouldn't have had. And I've had sisters call me and say, or corporates call and say, hey, I heard about you. Such and such told me about you. Wasn't even in the room. That's what these programs do. They help us develop, they also connect us, and they help us advocate for each other, and they give us the exposure that we need and want in our businesses. Next slide. So you can scan these and go to exactly with everything that we just talked about here. The event calendar, the monthly newsletter. Hopefully you guys are getting them. We also strongly encourage business owners, of course, to get a coach, not knowing where everyone is. But there are free services that are out there. Take advantage of it. The small business development centers are a wealth of knowledge and information, of course, SCORE, and then the Economic and Community Development Institute, the ECDIs. Again, you'll get a copy of these slides. Take advantage of this, connect, understand what's out there for us. A lot of the things that are out there are of no cost. And so definitely take advantage of that. But of course, a lot of the webinars and events, they may cost money, but it's an investment. You will get the return on investment. So get involved. Your certification is like a gold pass. It's an access, a world of benefits and opportunities. We use our certification. Some people are looking to check a box. They need a woman-owned business. Okay, so that lets us get in the door. That's not going to get us the contract, but it gets us in the door. And then we do our thing. We do our pitch. We know that our businesses are good. We know that we know our businesses, and we would be a value add. So use it, get involved, get engaged, because as you know, sometimes if you're trying to do business with corporations, you can't make that cold call. But if you have an advocate that you can get in with that gets you into the room, utilize your certification as that gold card. Get involved, show up, participate. Let us get to know you. You get to know us. And again, 20,000, 1,000 in our region, 20,000 globally. That's what you want to be able to do. You're one person, but this way you got 1,000 sisters right here in your region that can start advocating for you, looking out for you if you get involved, and we know that you're there. So now, once you do get involved in engagement, then of course there are certain awards and accolades, and that's not why you do it, but they are out there and it is nice to know. So WBEC honors exceptional WBEs and corporate members at each of their signature events, individual awards, which include the Applause Award, Crystal Leadership Award, He's for She's, and more. Because even though we are sisterhood, we know that there are men out there that support our organizations. Some of them, of course, are in our organization. Some represent our organizations and other corporates. And those are the he's for she's. If you never heard that term, that's where it comes. Normally the room is full, but there will be a sprinkling of men. And we call them the he's for she's because they're supporting women-owned businesses, be it that they work for one, they represent one, or they're the corporate person that's there for the corporation that's supporting women-owned businesses. Now, these are the three top awards that you'll hear about. So the WBEC WBE Star, each RPO each year selects a WBE Star to represent their region. This is a high honor. It gets you the spotlight on the national level at the national conferences. At the national conference that year, the 14 come together. So again, that's a strength, and that recognition comes because of what you do in your local RPO. It's a wonderful honor to have. I've been fortunate to be one in the past. Our current WBE Star, I think it'll be on another slide, but it is Molly. But again, getting involved, these are things that you don't try to fill out an application for. It's the visibility that is being seen in what you're doing by the regional partner president. And so it's a very nice honor to have. That's something that, again, and that's just by doing what you do, not applying for it. America's Top Corporation, this is an annual list of America's Top Corporation for Women Business Enterprise, recognizes WBEC national corporate and government members who successfully drive the sustainable inclusion of women businesses. So basically, when you see a top corporation with this logo, that means they're doing business with women-owned businesses. And then the legacy of leaders is a group of corporate members and WBEs who serve in an advisory capacity to WBEC and have high significant leadership roles through WBEC network. So again, these are when you are engaged, other people see, and you may get the recognition. You may not do it for the recognition. You're going to do what you do because that's what you do and that's what we do. But it's nice to know that when other people see it, you get that recognition and it gives you more exposure within that 20,000 network that we're talking about. And so I already talked about this, the engagement. So Jill Fry, the Trailblazer wasn't on there. The Trailblazer goes to someone who sets an example of greatness, both in business and in their community. The winner is honored every year at our conference, our regional conference, which is the Catch the Wave conference. If you don't know Jill Fry, you need to know Jill Fry. You will get to know Jill Fry if you come out to the events. Jill Fry, anytime I say her name, you have to smile. Jill Fry is full of energy. She was so worthy of this award, and she's down to earth, but she is a true rock star in every sense of the word. And Jill is somebody you want to know. And Jill will advocate for you. She's global now, so she has connections and different things, but she truly represents our RPO well and what it means to be, a certified business. Jill is the epitome of that. And then Molly, which I already mentioned with the WBE Star, which Molly is great. Molly is involved on our level and on the national level. She, again, is another one of these quiet rock stars that once you get to know her, she is an advocate for you. And she represented our RPO very well, of course, last year as our star. And she's just down to earth. Now, both Jill and Molly are part of the forum. So the forum, which I am also part of the forum group. And it's a select group of WBEC certified WBEs that are nominated again by their RPO and appointed by WBEC. So the forum members serve on a business focus team where they share their expertise and knowledge with each other. So how that works, we're certified WBEs. Once you really start getting involved, you may be asked to be on the forum. That comes from the local leadership of ORV. If you're asked to be on the forum for our region, then we feed into the national forums where, again, our main focus is to stay connected on the national level, get the information and the happenings that are going, and come back and share it with our local RPO. So the funny thing about forum that you'll find out the more you get involved, you hear the word forum, You may be in that event and it says, hey, this is for forum, da, 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 da. We are all forum members as a WBE, but there is a select group that makes up our forum group. So it's very confusing. It hasn't changed. Just know, though, when you see something that says forum, you are invited to those events unless it says this forum committee or that committee. But don't let the word forum think, oh, okay, I'm not part of the forum. I can't sit in on this session. That has been one of the most confusing things. And, you know, we just have to have that. We have to have the confusion to make you guys talk to us and find out, can I be there? So that's another way to get engaged. But these are the engagements on the regional levels that feed into the national. Okay, so big event. And Dr. K, are you going to take it from here, or is this still me?
I can, if you're tired of talking.
I'm not tired of talking, but they're probably tired of listening to me mess up. So here we go.
You have not messed up on anything at all. You know, if you had, I would have popped on camera and would have said something. So please, like, please, like, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. So Barb has talked about engagement. I know this has been a whole lot of information. The last couple things that we want to talk about is for those of you who are near us, and even if you're not, if you want to hop on a flight, we would love to have you come and visit with all of the things that we do. But one of the big things that Barb did reference is our annual conference, which is Catch the Wave. This year it's going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. It is August the 24th, question mark. I'm pulling up my calendar really quickly. So it's the 24th and 25th this year. In Louisville, Kentucky. It is a really great opportunity. You'll hear a lot of people that will talk about Nationals Conference, which Nationals is in Salt Lake City, Utah this year. Nationals is like 5,000 plus attendees. Catch the Wave is like 300, right? So if you're not quite ready for a gazillion people to be in the same space as you, Catch the Wave is definitely a really great place to start. But we have dynamic speakers. We have really great workshops. It's just a really great opportunity to come together and get to know the WBEs that you're connected with, as well as our corporates that are there. Barb talked about the importance of being able to pitch. One of the things that we do have at Catch the Wave, it's the first level of Nationals pitch competition. And so that Nationals pitch competition that Barb referenced, which she did not mention that she was the winner of in 2024. So the first level of that is the pitch competition at Catch the Wave. So I always tell people that it really, like Barb said, it doesn't matter about the money. Yes, money is important. However, when else will you have an opportunity to share your business in front of 300 people, right? Like, when else will you have that opportunity? And so when I always tell people to do it scared, right? Like, we had some really dynamic folks that pitched in 2025. It was their first time participating in a pitch competition. They didn't want to do it, but they did it anyway, and they did a phenomenal job. So be watching. The save the dates are already out there for Catch the Wave. And if you're interested in sponsorships, whether it's with Catch the Wave or any of our other sponsorships, as a WBE, Robbie Moore is your contact, and you'll see his email address there. And then a couple of the other things that we do. So in addition to Catch the Wave, we also have a signature event in March. It will be in March this year in Columbus, Ohio, called Bold and Brilliant. It is our event for women of color, but it is also open to everyone. So men, women who are not women of color, we want you all to come out. And so Bold and Brilliant is really about excelling and expressing like our boldness and our brilliance that we have as women. And so this is going to be March the 20th this year. So it's just a one-day event this year in Columbus, Ohio. So definitely save the date for that as well. And then one of our newer events that we're doing this year is our Women of Distinction Awards, which is going to take place in May. It is May 13th. That's going to be in Cincinnati. And so it's going to also include not only our Women of Distinction Awards, but also a WBE roundtable. And so one of the things that we try to express the importance of to our WBEs is that it's not just about getting contracts with our corporates. You can do a lot of business with our WBEs as well. There are so many WBEs that have services that you need. There's so many WBEs. There's so many companies who are WBEs that you may not even know. I always like to mention that Purell is one that I'm sure, especially going through COVID, everybody used hand sanitizer. Everybody probably used Purell. But I, prior to being at WBEC ORV, had no idea that Purell was a woman-owned business. I usually have their little, I was sick last week, so they're all upstairs. But they make these little single-serve hand sanitizers. You can buy them on Amazon. You can probably buy them through Purell's website as well. And so they also have that seal on them that Barb had talked about earlier. And then from a professional development perspective, so the one thing that I really want to push is ORV BDP. So that's our business development program. It is in partnership with Victoria's Secret. This is a 7-month in-person business development program that is for all of our WBENC certified WBEs who can apply. You have to have been in business for at least 2 years, and you have to have at least $500,000 in annual gross revenue. And I will drop the link to the application in the chat if that's something that you're interested in or interested in looking for getting more information about. Give me 1 second while I get this. But this is a really great opportunity. They meet the third Thursday of every month from February to August. And you get paired with not only a coach that we have assigned, we being ORV, but you also will be paired with a mentor through Victoria's Secret. Do not think that because your business is not in the clothing industry or something along those lines, that you do not have an opportunity to do business with Victoria's Secret. Participating in the program does not mean that they will have a contract for you. However, they'll never know about you if you don't have this, if you don't, step into this opportunity. So that's definitely something that you should consider. And I've dropped that link into the chat. This year, we will also be doing a business accelerator program. So if you haven't been in business that long, or you don't think you're quite ready for BDP, our business accelerator will be another option for you. We'll be releasing information in the next couple months for that. So I don't have the links to share for you for that. And then this year, we'll also be doing a construction summit. Probably in October. And then we always have business development workshops. And so there's one coming up in February on AI. And so that's going to be a really great opportunity to learn, like, what all do I need to know about AI besides just going to ChatGPT and searching something in there. And so we try to make sure that we provide you as business owners with everything that you need to help you to be successful, not just in your business, but also being a well-rounded individual as well. And then from a networking perspective, we have our WB Connects. We'll be hosting 5 of those this year in Columbus, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Louisville, and Lexington. And then we will probably also do one in West Virginia. If you happen to be listening to this and you're in West Virginia, we'll do a virtual one in West Virginia. But it's a really great networking opportunity. Don't think of it as a stuffy networking, hello, my name is type deal, but it's just a great chance to be able to meet and greet other WBEs who are in your area, who are in your city. Or you can be like some folks and travel and go to all of them just because you want to meet all of the other WBEs and get to know other people. It's also a really great opportunity to bring women business owners in who aren't familiar with WBEC ORV. If you want to share more, they want to get more information about WBEC ORV or kind of feel everybody out a little bit, it gives them a chance to meet Barb and say like, oh, I really do like Barb. She's great. Maybe I should join this. I should apply for this certification as well, right? And so we do that. And then our coffee breaks it's a very new series that we're offering this year. We just did our first one yesterday. It is on the first Wednesday of every month, although yesterday was not the first, but the first Wednesday of every month at 10 a.m. Bring your coffee, bring your tea. It's virtual. Bring your water, whatever it is you're drinking that early in the morning. And oftentimes we will have a speaker and then just some open dialogue and conversation about whatever that topic is. So yesterday, Monica Womack was the facilitator, and she talked about how to really know and engage in your WBE worth. So really dynamic conversation. And then at the end of the year, we will do our annual meeting and year-end celebration. That will take place in December. And that's always a really fun time just to kind of seal the year and look at all that we've accomplished in the previous 365 days. So The other thing that you can do is get engaged with some of our committees. We do need to fine tune this slide a little bit for 2026. However, there are several committees that you are able to get engaged with. The certification committee is one, for example. You all have gone through the certification process. That's led by our certification team, as well as we have a team of volunteers that participate in that. And then we also have like a finance committee and things of that nature. And that's all I have. So before we start talking about this survey, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and I would like to open it up. I know it's a whole lot of information that we've thrown at you today, but what questions do you have that Barb or I can answer for you? See, I put your name first, Barb. No questions?
Here's one.
Yeah, here. I have a question. So I am from a different RPO. I'm in the GW1 down here in Georgia. And you guys mentioned the Business Accelerator. Being that I'm in a different RPO, would I be able to take advantage of the Business Accelerator that you guys are offering?
Yes, so the BDP program, the business development program that's hosted with Victoria's Secret, that one's in person. So if you want to make that commitment of coming every single month, you could do that. The Business Accelerator, though, is actually going to be a virtual program. So that would be one that, yes, you could participate in, even though if you don't want to get all the way to Columbus every single month.
So the business, yeah, that was the one I was asking about, the Business Accelerator.
Yeah, Business Accelerator. Yeah, all of our programs that we have are open to all WBEs, even if you're outside of our RPO. And so you definitely will have the opportunity to apply for that. And then there's the potential to be accepted for it. Any other questions?
I have a question, please.
Sure.
Thank you. Where exactly are these calendars? Because the WBENC 2.0 seems to be more like certification and that type of information, and I just can't find where the calendars are. If you could please guide me on that, I'd greatly appreciate it.
So are you talking about the WBEC ORV event calendar, or which calendar are you speaking of?
Well, I'm thinking that there might be like a general, like a national calendar, or how, if you could
So
just guide me, like how do I find out about events?
Yeah, so WBENC's website is WBENC.org. I'll drop it into the chat as well. And so that's where all of the national information is. They do have an events calendar on their page as well. If you're in that top header bar where it says About Us, Certification Programs, Events, then you can click on Calendar. And they've got a lot of information of what they offer, as well as oftentimes they'll share what the RPOs are doing on their national calendar as well. This is also where you can find out information about the national conference that's taking place in June in Salt Lake City. And so that's where that calendar is. Is that helpful?
And I was just going to piggyback on that again. Make sure you're signing up for the newsletters so they come into your email. Then you can click and that will automatically take you out and look at all the events. It gives you a highlight of this is coming up or that's coming up. I think there is a national webinar like we're doing here where it's like, okay, this is what's happening this year. I believe that's
their open house. Yes.
Yeah,
WBENC's open house is on, hold on, I registered for it the other day, the 28th at 2 p.m. Eastern. And so I know they sent that via email. I'm sure it's on their events calendar as well. And so that's a really great opportunity to hear about all the things that WBENC is offering in the year. So all of their business development programs and different things like that, you'll learn about all of that information at that national level during their open house.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Are you getting their notifications via email already?
I get some, but I think when I've gone onto the different web pages, it's a lot of information, like if I was not certified. But now that I know exactly where to go, then I'll be paying more attention. Like you said, I will also make sure and sign up for all the newsletters that I come across. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Greatly appreciate your.
Know if you got WBENC newsletters because they send out stuff all the time. I'm on their newsletter twice. I don't know why. So every email I get twice. But so you definitely would know, like, I know I've seen those. I think there were two, it was the same one, but there was one that came out today. I think there might have been something that came out yesterday or earlier this week. So definitely getting signed up on their newsletter list will tell you about everything that they're doing. And then getting signed up for the RPO that's in your area as well. That will give you that direct information of what's happening kind of in the neck of your woods.
And I did just share my phone number, email, just if there's something else and you don't want to go back and look at the tape or whatever. That's what we're here for. We're here, reach out, call someone. Hey, I just need to know X, Y, and Z. I don't have time to search the website. I can't find it, whatever the case may be. We're a sisterhood. We're here to help out. And hopefully you all, if you are newly certified in our RPO, you got a phone call to welcome you as an extra touch point, because as Dr. K says, there are 8/10 officially working in our region to cover our 1,000 WBEs. So the forum members also reach out to help to make sure that you have another touch point so that you can try to get a quick response if there's something that you need. Don't hesitate. Use, call, email, whatever, reach out. We're a sisterhood. We're in this together. We're serious about it. I mean, I love it. I love all my sisters, and I look forward to meeting all of you in person. I mean, you guys are great. The certification, that's what it's about. It is your gold ticket because it's so much more than just certification.
Mm-hmm. So true. Any other questions we can answer for you? See, Barb, you did a good job.
Yeah, right. We had nothing to compare it to, so yay!
Whatever. All right, before I let you go, we're going to do a couple of things. So we always like to receive survey feedback, and that helps us to be able to make some tweaks and changes as we're moving forward. So if you're not watching this on your phone and have the ability to scan this QR code, you can scan the QR code and fill out the brief survey. If you're watching this from your phone or just don't have the ability to do that right now, that's fine. When you receive the recap email, it will have the link to the recording. It will have a link to the deck. It will also have a link to the survey. And so whether you fill it out now or whether you fill it out then, either way, I just ask that you fill that out. And then while you're doing so, I just want to talk about some of our upcoming events that we have here at WBEC ORV. As I've said multiple times, you are always welcome to attend anything that we offer, even if you are outside of our RPO, because of the fact that you are WBENC certified. Barb mentioned that one of those opening slides where it had the map with all of the different colors. That's one of the great things about your WBENC certification is you can go anywhere and everywhere and do business or participate in events and programs throughout the RPO. It doesn't have to just be that I'm going to stay in this one area because this is where I'm located. Or if you have multiple locations and you're located in Ohio, but you have a location that's in South Carolina, for example, your team in South Carolina can participate in the opportunities that the RPO there has while you participate in the ORV opportunities. So it's a really great reciprocity that we have within the network. But just to talk about some of the other upcoming events that we have, February 4th is our next coffee break. I talked about the one that we did just yesterday. So we've got another one coming up next month. And then also for you certified WBEs, doing business with Cincinnati Public Schools is February 11th. So if that's an area that you're interested in, you want to learn more about how to navigate their processes, it's a really great opportunity for a small group setting to be able to kind of sit at the feet, as I like to say, of the folks at Cincinnati Public Schools in this particular case, and be able to learn about the opportunities that they have to do business with WBEs. And then I mentioned our AI series, our AI session for business development that's coming up. That's also February 11th. A capability statement webinar. I always tell our WBEs, if you don't have a capability statement, don't know what capability statement is, you have them, but you aren't quite sure whether it's the way that it should be, February 17th is a free webinar on how to develop your effective capability statement. Karen Weevil facilitates that webinar for us, and she does an amazing job of not only telling you everything that should be going in it, but she also opens up the opportunity to do a free review of your capability statement and give you direct feedback on your capability statement that you have as well. And then if you know anybody who's not certified and they need to be certified just like you are, we do have 2 certification webinars February 5th is becoming a certified WBE. And then February 18th is our Woman of Color, Why Should I Get Certified? So that's just a little bit of what we're doing here at WBEC ORV. The other RPOs have very similar programming and very different programming as well. Definitely encourage you all to get plugged in regardless of where you are.
And can I make one more comment? And
you sure can.
You said something again. Remember, the company is certified. So these events, open them up to your team members. If there's other team members in your company, they're welcome to come. And, you know, if you have a business development department, marketing department, whatever, the company is certified. So it's open for your company to participate. And it may not always just be us. So just be aware of that.
Yes, definitely, definitely, definitely. Anybody have any final thoughts or final questions? All right. Well, I will give you. Oh, yes.
We got another question. Another question.
No, but a comment because this is my second year. My first year just kind of like nothing. I just kind of couldn't navigate. And I just want to thank you because one, you've made me feel extremely welcome, even though I'm not from your area. And two, just how genuine and caring you are is just heartwarming and phenomenal. And for those of you that are in the area, please take advantage of everything that they are saying because I just love what you're doing. And I just genuinely thank you because I'm really excited about what possibilities, just learning more and not letting another year go by. So thank you. Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. And I hope to see your face on every other webinar that we have that's virtual. I want to recognize it. When Yastar joined today, I recognized her name from yesterday. I was like, oh, she's back. So that's how I want to be with you as well. So, and like I said, hop on a flight and come check us out at one of our events. And when you do, come up to me and say, hey, Dr. K, remember me? Definitely stop me because you'll see me running around. Grab me, stop me, and say, hey, remember me? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, I do. And so that really does. That means so very much. As we kick off the start of this year, that's why we're here. And that's why we do all that we do. So thank you so much for that.
Yes, and you just made it so they're not going to kick me out. So yay. Okay.
You're sealed for one more.
Thank you.
We wouldn't kick her out even if she wants us to kick her out, is really what it is. Well, I want to give you about 5 minutes back in your day. Thank you all so very much for joining today, and we'll see you next time. Have a great day, everybody.